City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, Washington. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board, and a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left side, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. first quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll drop the throw. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and it's 3rd and short.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's 3rd and short. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Looking to throw. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll look to throw here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Throw left side complete. That's Reynolds. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing. Communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Trying to pound it in with Washington. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the ground on first is McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now he's going to throw it back deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They'll set up to throw. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Todd Gurley. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Green 39.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Leopard!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Blue 90. Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. By Beasley. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They go play action here on first down. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
No. Check. Patriot.
They pitch to Washington. A nice job of just sticking the helmet down 9 yards on the play, but still 3rd and 12 now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Parkey with the extra point, and a lead down to 3 at 13-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down. And
he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Back now in Los Angeles. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Staying on the ground with Washington. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They're going to look to throw. Looking here for Smith down. He's got it at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A handoff for Washington. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Washington. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. That one looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Williams. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously won everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.